He doesn't look mad, so that's good. Okay. Imperial Thronesong or Lucid Dream first is the question. We're doing one or the other. Oh, we're doing up both, obviously. So I have like so many to go through. Imperial first? Sure. What if a heart were just a little bigger than the entire universe? Oh dear. He looks so good. I've been told I'm gonna lose my mind at some point in this.
Quick! Seal the main bridge's blast door! Those Empire bastards have already taken control of the secondary command center!
Okay.
Send a message to the nearest starship immediately! High Marshal Caleb will...
Oh, you did. One of my Imperial guards... Oh, game. We just started. That was my first rating line. One of my Imperial guards takes down the last soldier standing outside the blast doors. The Imperial Guard captain gives me a laser firearm, and I slowly raise it. I aim at the mechanical lock located in the center of the blast doors. I know you're just gonna skip, aren't you? No, you're not. The bridge's blast doors spring open, releasing a cloud of frosty white vapor.
Your Majesty,
and I know where I am.
All Federation soldiers have been subdued. The starship now belongs to you.
Ooh.
We jammed their comms in advance. The Federation's High Marshal won't learn of this for at least 3 days.
Why does that sound like Jenna, and why does this girlie look like Simone?
Reinforcements will arrive within 1 week to escort you safely back to our home planet.
I survey the area, walk past a broken Federation insignia on the ground, and give a slight nod. The Federation dared to touch my belongings. The starship will serve as their reparation. We're starting the memory off by pissing Caleb off. Perfect. 2 weeks ago, I received word that Empress's Roar, an Imperial transport ship, had been seized by the Federation while passing through Starport number 7. The Empire and the Federation were always at odds with each other due to various conflicts. Although battles large and small are commonplace, to blatantly overstep their jurisdiction within a starport is in a neutral space zone was unmistakably a provocation. They stole our toy and something fair. Not to mention, the Empress's Roar was carrying gifts from various overlords for my coronation. Oh, not just our toy, also all of our presents. Have the guards inventory the warehouse. Record everything that's missing or damaged. Isn't the High Marshal still recovering from his injuries? I'll send him a letter of concern in 3 days. How kind of you, OC. Imagining the expression on his face when he receives it makes me smile. Include a reparation invoice as well.
As you wish.
Boys. They stole many of our toys. After the guards leave, I walk into the depths of the starship's cabin. My fingers trail over an exquisite, ornate, double-edged dagger on the table. This doesn't seem to be amongst my presents. Hi. The footsteps behind me resound almost simultaneously with the hum of a laser firearm charging to its maximum output. I spin and raise my hand. The trigger is set to maximum power. You wouldn't do that to him. But the man I'm aiming at only raises an eyebrow. With a flick of his finger... With a flick of his finger, the firearm traces 2 silver arcs in his palm. He tosses it to the attendant beside him as if discarding a boring toy. Well, it's still our toy. Behind him, dozens of Federation soldiers in pure black uniforms have sealed off all exits in the corridor. They bow their heads to him in sequence.
Your Majesty hasn't changed a bit. When it comes to your belongings, one wrong glance would send you flying into a rage. You even made a trip to this remote galaxy.
I know the outfit makes his shoulders out like rival Zane's. No wonder the starship's defenses were weak. I anticipated the Federation would have a backup plan, but I didn't expect Caleb to appear in person. The Imperial guards still need time to form a counterattack. I need to stall him for now. The same can be said about the High Marshal, no? I heard you sustained minor injuries, but it looks as though you're alright.
You rarely leave your Imperial planet, so of course I had to personally welcome you to make sure everything was alright.
Alright. Caleb smiles as he raises his finger, and the Federation soldiers' weapons simultaneously turn to me. You wouldn't
My baby sister.
I don't care, shut up. The way he fucking says it.
Your Majesty, the nobles are waiting in the audience hall. As for the interception of Empress's roar, someone leaked the intel. However, we don't know
Gracious of you, Caleb.
They're riled up in saying we must demand an explanation from the Federation.
The Empire and the Federation have been at war for centuries. We don't need an excuse. The nobles don't want an explanation. They want to see the new ruler's position and capabilities. A ray of sunlight falls on the flowers in the vase. I set down the stems in my hand and gesture for the maid to clean up the scattered leaves. They should pay the price for daring to target what's mine. I pause and recall the interstellar news report from a few days ago about the attack on the High Marshal in the capital. I'm afraid Caleb's life in the Federation isn't always as glorious and carefree as I thought it was. He most likely doesn't have the energy to manage starport-related affairs at the moment. This is the perfect opportunity for me to take the initiative. I sit up and take the robe the maid offers me. The Nebulasia apples at starport number 7 are in full bloom, yes? I plan to visit them myself. Hi. Again. Unfortunately, having a plan is one matter, but the changes brought about by Caleb's appearance are another story. More than 10 dots from the laser sight appear around me. I face them head on and take 2 steps. Killing me is easy, but did you think about how you'll handle the aftermath? Although I'm the Empire's Empress, there are plenty of potential heirs to choose from once I die. I shrug, lower my weapon, and smile. My successor might not be interested in playing these childhood games with you.
It was a joke, Your Majesty.
Caleb waves his hand, and the guns behind him are immediately lowered.
Traces of weapons smuggling appeared at the starport, and the Federation is assisting the Lorne Galaxy with its investigation. It's all for the sake of interstellar peace.
Well, what's it now? It's kind of strange to see them being antagonistic to each other. Remember Snayu, yeah. I have a feeling they'll be more antagonistic to each other. Oh my god, don't... Yeah, in the coming for main story, yeah. Not to the level of this card, but we already saw it at the end of Homecoming Wings when she pushed back. Yeah.
If armed conflict were to break out, it would threaten the safety of shipping routes.
Let's set aside the matter of peace. If the Lorne Galaxy sought help from the Federation, that would be a reasonable justification. As the shipping hub at the center of our known cosmos, its stability affects the interests of many galaxies.
Those small gifts the Overlords offered you might very well be destroyed in some transportation accident.
Oh, will it? So...
Even your Majesty, who owns the entire Empire, would feel that minor wound. Am I wrong?
Since you know this, you shouldn't have interfered with my private transport spacecraft. You know very well I won't let this slide. Or are you saying you went through all this trouble just to lure me here for sightseeing? Caleb approaches me and picks up the double-ended dagger, but he makes no move to slide it back into the sheath at his side.
It's been a long time since we last saw each other after your coronation. I missed you.
Why you gotta say things like that? Don't... With the little husky growl in it, like, stop. I'm gonna be too distracted. When he says that last word, his lips are almost pressed against my ear. I believe that. I believe it. Only I can hear the familiar hint of playfulness. And my finger curls around the loaded laser firearm as I lower my gaze. Caleb is the person closest to me, but at this moment, he and the Federation are the Empire's greatest enemy. If I want to secure my position as Empress, I will inevitably cross swords with him. Oh my god, okay. What a choice for a bad ending. Just straight up murder him. Well, we're not gonna do that right now. I don't want to do that, but, you know. I drop my weapon and link arms with Caleb. My smile slowly widens. Regardless of what the future holds, this game, like Power Struggle, has only just begun. I plan to savor it for a long time. I missed you too. Before I came here, I heard Nebulasia apples bloom beautifully. Would you like to accompany me to see them? No, this is just like the last two things from Raph and Silas, this frickin' word. He puts his arm around me while sheathing his dagger.
Good answer. I know the perfect spot.
Inside an observation room, the metal hatch slowly closes behind us. We're the only ones here. Caleb recommended we head to the top of the starport's highest tower. From the window, one can see the Nebulasia apples in their entirety.
The attire of an empress suits you well.
Oh, thank you. Weren't you threatening me with firearms earlier? You changed your tune awfully quick.
Are you angry?
Not when you're speaking like that. As I said, you're gonna distract me. Just stop. He removes his sidearm, grips my hand, and places it over the weapon's handle. Two different temperatures simultaneously envelop my palm.
You could hold it and threaten me.
I need help. You think I won't shoot? Also,
You won't.
His fingers glide across my wrist and trail down my arm to reach my back. The rough texture makes my breath hitch for a moment.
I'm the only one who has played these kinds of games with you since childhood.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even get to read that. I just heard a smooch. We got a kiss smooch.
And my guess is that you don't want this to end too soon, either.
No, he's sounding exactly like he was in Verdant Wetlands, and it's just fucking my brain up. That's what this is. He's speaking like that, and I can't take it. It depends on what we can give each other during this time. I hug Caleb back. My breaths caress his neck. The oh god. I'm just gonna call them Nebula apples, I don't care. Nebula apple flowers at the starport are beautiful. I like them.
You can visit this place more often when you have the time. I can keep you company for as long as you want to look at them.
It's not gonna be the freaking apple flowers I'm gonna be looking at, Caleb. I narrow my eyes and pretend to accidentally step on his foot. You've forgotten that what I like must belong to me. But as long as you let go, in time, I can let bygones be I can let bygones be bygones. There you go. Maybe the relationship between the Federation and the Empire could be mended through us. However, it was never good to begin with. Caleb shows no sign of loosening his grip. Instead, he picks up a strand of my hair and twirls it around his finger.
I know you well enough. You're upset because you didn't get the upper hand. Let's see. Another Imperial fleet should already be on its way here. If I withdraw my people from the starport now, I'm afraid what I'll face won't be your reconciliation. I might as well be caught in a pincer attack.
My thoughts have been exposed, so I cut to the chase. On behalf of the Empire, I can promise to not act against you, on the condition that you leave immediately. No words leave his mouth. Then, he flicks the accessory on my cloak, which is embedded with the... oh god, why? Cryostalius he gave me. The crystal is only formed in the cold ring zones that are created when two nearby stars collapse simultaneously. Stop. Despite being on the market, it's always been priceless. I may have not played Decoherence, but I know they both blow up into a fucking super nebula. One day, Caleb somehow got word from somewhere and piloted a long-haul vessel alone through a cold ring zone to find a crystal. I remember his smile when he brought it back. He said his job is to always bring me everything I want. But what if we want the same thing?
How long will it take for your fleet to arrive? A week? My people only need 2 days. Starport number 7 is the closest location for reaching the Nizir Galaxy, where the Federation is located. We must control it at all costs. If worst comes to worst, we'll destroy it. It's still better than letting the Empire control it.
Damn, okay.
I assume you didn't want that outcome when you arrived.
No, he's correct. I'm here with the intention of displaying an alliance with the Empire's nobles to confront a common enemy. It's so I could win over some of the loyalty I need for my reign. Starting a war isn't difficult, but winning without fighting is. I also don't want my subjects to remember me as a warmonger empress, especially since I just ascended the throne. Contemplating the current situation, I pull away from his embrace. Let's compromise then. The Imperial fleet and the Federation's garrison both retreat. Everyone will be able to coexist peacefully.
My dear sister, you seem to have misunderstood me. I'm not here to negotiate.
Okay. I mean, I got some other bargaining chips.
The Starport's viceroy submitted his resignation, and the Lorne Galaxy has accepted the new candidate who was recommended by the Federation. It was when we were viewing the flowers.
Hey, okay. Caleb leans in, his voice softly brushing past my ear.
You weren't the only one buying time.
Caleb, you've truly become a convenient blade for the Federation. I'm Scott, excuse? First off, you didn't let me say that laugh. Second of all, he just fucking bit me. A dull pain spreads from the side of my neck. I reach out to push him away, but he catches my wrist first.
Are you referring to this?
Just straight up, he's getting revenge from Indulgent Scheme. You... How dare you? I struggle, and Caleb's arms tighten around me.
The Lorne Galaxy is frequently plagued by turbulence. It's better to wait for your fleet to arrive so they can escort you back to your home planet. For the next few
get off the screen, please.
just relax and focus on catching up with me.
His kiss descends without warning. Amidst the entanglement of lips and teeth, we just started the card! It's been 10 minutes! I bite his lower lip. I only feel satisfied when the metallic taste of blood fills my mouth. Let me save the line, game! What the fuck? Oh my god. It is a crime that I can't star that. Since he took what he wanted, this is the lightest price he'll have to pay.
This is Her Majesty's favorite cloak. Let go!
Oh.
The vases! Protect Her Majesty's vases! Bring the cushions from the other rooms!
Oh dear. Shortly after the fleet escorted me back to my home planet, which is in the Empire, Caleb's apology gift arrived. Oh. Currently, they're brazenly digging up the ground in my greenhouse's garden while making incomprehensible strange noises.
They're chewing on the last Nebulasia apple.
Your Majesty, this Bitapup has a stubborn, unruly temperament. I believe the High Marshal sent them here with ill intentions.
Yeah.
Why don't we send the creature to the Houndmaster? At least they will be taught some manners.
Yeah, I want a photo of the puppy. That's unnecessary. I look at the chaotic state of the garden they're in, and raise my hand to stop the security from saying more. Did I say security? Secretary. They're a mischievous pup who can't possibly tear down my palace. On my way back to the Empire, I came up with the rough beginnings of a plan for my retaliation. I just need an opportunity. The Interstellar Starfaring Summit is about to be held in the Empire. Caleb has to arrive as a representative of the Federation. The starship will encounter a small problem, which means he won't be able to arrive on time. He'll have no choice but to ask me for help. Well, good luck. I'll have them guard my bedchamber. When their former master apologizes to me, they can help me deliver a message. In Cosmic Year 129, people dissatisfied with the Cosmic Empire left the Alor Galaxy. They announced they would establish their own nation in the Nezier Galaxy. Thus, the Glory Federation was born. The Federation opened its doors to all of the Empire's opponents. Within several decades, it rapidly grew into the Empire's most powerful adversary. In Cosmic Year 150, the Empire formally declared war on the Federation. And so, for hundreds of years, the flames of conflict never ceased. Both sides claimed victories and defeats. But the two great galaxies always maintained a delicate balance. Neither could completely shake the other's foundation. In Cosmic Year 642, a young man who grew up in the Imperial court voluntarily switched sides and went to the Federation to study. At the time, no one knew that this young man, who rose to the position of High Marshal in just 5 years, would change the entire cosmos. Of course he would. Excerpt from The Star's Brief History. Oh, 2 months later, okay. But before changing the cosmos, there was another important matter awaiting this young man's attention. His unexpected absence from last evening's summit, which has been held in the Empire, is the result of bidding on the Lorne Galaxy's long-haul vessels.
Due to personal reasons, I will regrettably be absent for this interstellar starfaring summit.
Well, at least he can make himself a hologram.
I hereby extend my sincerest apologies to all participants and to the organizer of this conference, the Empress of the Cosmic Empire.
Several ministers are already visibly delighted before the holographic report on Astral News ends.
It's as Her Majesty predicted. The Federation would never admit that their starships experienced technical malfunctions. Who could have predicted that replacing one small component would make their superior navigation system malfunction?
Representatives from the Lorne Galaxy want the Empire and the Federation to bid for the new long-haul vessels so they can gain a profit.
Over out.
Since the Federation is absent, we predict we'll be able to save 100 million cosmic credits.
Wow.
Your Majesty is truly wise.
Oh, thank you. In a good mood, I tap the armrest of my throne while accepting the minister's flattery. Let's secure Lorne's long-haul vessel production line for the next 3 years before the Federation realizes what's happening. Caleb will get a taste of returning empty-handed this time. After everyone leaves, I reopen the news report from earlier and wave my hand to rewind it by several seconds. Then I take a screenshot. This obedient, apologetic expression is a rare sight. I'll send it to Caleb later so he can see it for himself. Hello, Turquoise. To get to class, so I missed this. That's alright. Focus on your schooling. It's more important. Also, As I leave the audience hall, the overcast sky doesn't affect my good mood in the slightest. I have a feeling just Caleb made that little announcement, but he's gonna show up anyway. Just to bamboozle us. In the corridor, Tabby, I don't know. Tay, we'll go with Tay, whose name was found inscribed on the inside of their collar, is enthusiastically chewing on their beloved toy. They happily bound over to my feet once they see me approach. Excuse me, I wasn't finished reading. I pick up the toy, hold it in my hand, and playfully let tease Tay with it. You're well behaved. I'll give you an extra treat later. Their short tail is wagging even faster now. Oh, it's raining. As raindrops suddenly fall, I scoop up Tay and head to the nearest greenhouse for shelter. Oh, when's Caleb's stupidly handsome face popping up again? This greenhouse has long since been renovated. Plants extend outward and their leaves to release this season's distinctive fragrance. Subconsciously, I make my way around to a flower wall. Sure enough, I spot that familiar white bench. Looks exactly the same as before. Back then, Caleb and I would often whisper. Whisper? What's whisper? What's that code for? This is where a few times during the Royal Walk event. Yeah. Thought it was random, but yeah. Yeah, Tay was mentioned a few times in the Royal Walk. Oh, is this gonna be the whisper? Flowers bloom abundantly in the greenhouse. We avoided the maids by hiding in the blossom shade. Must you go to that weird academy?
It's the Glory Federation's Interstellar Military Academy. It's the best military school in the galaxy. You saw the acceptance email a long time ago and even filed it under not interested.
I pretend not to notice the teasing in his tone and pluck a wilted flower from the corner. The Federation despises Imperial citizens. They might never let you graduate.
Don't worry. I'll be going there as a neutral planet's heir. No one will cause trouble.
If you go to the Federation, you'll have to start over.
Starting from scratch to reach the position of High Marshal sounds exciting, though.
But if you become the High Marshal, you won't just be my Caleb anymore. I furrow my brow, and he pokes the space between my worry lines.
No buts. Don't you trust me? When you're the Empress and I'm the High Marshal, we can change the current relationship between the Empire and the Federation.
How well has that been going? The other option at the start was to kill you. So, like, that's going the way you wanted it to. Who knows if that will be the case? When you leave, I won't be able to talk to anyone.
How's that possible? You're the future Empress. There will be plenty of people doing everything they can to win your favor.
He bends down to pick a Nebulasia apple from the flower bed and pins it to my collar.
They're like this flower. Regardless of its rarity, all you need to do is look at it a little longer, and it shall bloom forever in your garden.
I know, but they can be tiresome sometimes. They're nothing compared to you.
Power always means enduring a few minor inconveniences. But with me, you can always be that willful little sister. I'll be leaving in a month. Aside from your gift list, is there anything you want?
I'm looking at him. Anything? don't make that offer.
Yes. Anything.
Not the music. First. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. Don't you start with the music. Is this the whispering? Summer flowers and fruits have ripened, their rich fragrance mingling with an intense desire. I mean, I was just joking when I said that the thing I'm looking at, but... Okay. Please satisfy me before you leave. Madam. I tilt my head up and kiss his lips for the first time. Back then, I had no idea what I wanted to taste. I don't know. What do you mean? But that's it? Boo! Why'd you cut it off so short? I'm sad. My scattered thoughts return to the present. I look at the petals I unconsciously plucked and brushed them aside. Oh, is he just gonna show up? Perhaps Caleb and I had already taken different paths to build our own lives since the beginning. I believe that even though we might have instances of nostalgia, neither of us would question the choices we made. I just don't know when we'll see each other again.
Your Majesty, the High Marshal has arrived.
There you go. Yep. What did I tell you? He was gonna show up. Hi. Somehow, Caleb has arrived in the Empire before the interstellar starfaring summit ended. The fact that he left the other galaxy representatives behind to see me makes it difficult to determine his real purpose, however.
You complained about this silver tray being too plain when I gave it to you. You're still using it?
I forgot to throw it away. Sure, girl.
As for these apple fruits, you must have forgotten to have someone replace them with more seasonal ones.
Obviously. They're just fruits. If you like them, you can take some back. The High Marshal still insisted on visiting the Empire, even though the Interstellar Starfaring Summit is about to end. Are you planning to apologize to me in person?
Your Majesty invited me for afternoon tea first.
Oh, did I?
Let's chat while we drink.
The Empire and the Federation are on friendly terms. But since Caleb is visiting during the summit, I still need to fulfill my duties as a hostess. Seeing him hold his teacup with a leisurely attitude, I feel as though he's returned to his own garden. I should have made him wait longer in the audience hall. The chairs there are the most uncomfortable. No! Don't take Tay away. The attendants lead Tay away, but I don't overlook the way their tail wags with a particular enthusiasm. You raised them. I still remember you after so long.
Yet it seems like you've forgotten me. Or is the Empire's communication system so poor that not even one message from you could get through in 2 months?
Well, I have my own matters to deal with. Caleb nods non-committedly, sets down his teacup, and rests one hand against the side of his face.
Your Majesty should be occupied with countless Imperial matters. So, you've been busy trying to retaliate against me?
Yeah, what do you mean? Before I can counter, he continues speaking, but he's not making any accusations.
The plan was good this time. The people who executed it were very careful. I almost didn't find any evidence.
Oh, yeah?
But if you had been a bit more ruthless, I could have been the first High Marshal to get lost and die in magnetic field turbulence due to a navigation system failure.
Well, we wouldn't want that. I pick up a pastry and feign the perfect amount of surprise. Oh, I thought you said you were absent due to personal reasons. Using such an excuse at the last minute would implicate the Empire would be... To implicate the Empire would be too obvious. People from other galaxies wouldn't believe it.
So you were waiting for me to show up in the hologram. I took some time to get here, but fortunately, it could wait.
Like a magician, he produces a bouquet of flowers. Okay, you. I'm stunned. You took the time to prepare this?
I was
The
already
music's starting
late,
again.
so I figured showing up later would be more to your liking.
That's not what I wanted. Get this music away from me, please. The familiar floral fragrance drifts past us. Despite our current circumstances, it stirs distant memories and softens my heart.
When you and I lived in the Empire, we used to butt heads over all sorts of things. You were younger, and I spoiled you. During those moments when you were in the wrong, sometimes I'd say you had a point. You never apologized,
That sounds
and
like
I didn't
MC.
have time to coax you out of your sulking episodes. But it's clear that neither of us could live without the other. We made a promise at that time.
Whenever one of us wanted to make up to the other, we'd place a flower by that person's pillow. That's cute. The person who receives the flower must forgive the other before it wilts. And he just gave us a whole ass bouquet.
I'm here because I wanted to know if this promise still holds true,
Yes.
and whether the Federation and the Empire we represent might still have a chance for cooperation.
That was an abrupt music change. Although I'm surprised, I only raise my eyebrow and signal for him to continue.
The Federation and the Empire have been mired in conflicts where survival itself was at stake. But after hundreds of years, this struggle has long since become a pointless habit. From minor clashes to wars, each one consumes finite resources while others prosper.
It's not as if I haven't considered the matters he speaks of. The tension between the Empire and the Federation stems from more people maneuvering beneath the surface. They create a turbulent undercurrent that never stops. But if going with the flow takes the least effort, why should I position myself as a reef? Since there will always be those who profit from conflict, any attempt for a collaboration would face significant resistance. I don't necessarily have to oppose you, but I also don't want to invite trouble.
If you let war fester, will it be easier for you to be the Empress? Don't forget that I defeated the ruler before you, who ultimately became the Empire's discarded pawn.
Caleb continues speaking in a measured, persuasive manner, but I detect a hint of something suspicious. You're confident you can defeat me. Why are you actively proposing cooperation?
The Empire has many heirs, but only you are my baby sister. Why wouldn't I favor you?
I mean, that's fair. I don't believe you. Come on, MC. That being said, I'm also aware of how Caleb's proposal is worth considering. He finishes his last sip of tea and shows no urgency as he waits for my response.
Come to think of it, it's been a while since we traveled together. Why don't we look at what I found while I was lost this time? I think you'll be interested.
The long-haul vessel cuts through the edge of the cosmos and traverses star clusters and multiple warp points before arriving at the outermost edge of the Lorne Galaxy. Interstellar dust gradually increases during the latter half of the journey. Caleb steers with precision to avoid countless obstacles.
Luckily, I was able to practice on the way here. I wouldn't dare to take you on a flight like this otherwise.
I think it gave you the perfect opportunity to show off your piloting skills in front of your subordinates.
You're not wrong. No wonder people say that the younger ones are little heart warmers. You truly are considerate.
During our conversation, the vessel gradually slows down.
We're here.
All around us are dust clouds that obscure our vision, and churning nebular storms. I look at Caleb. He stares at the observation display, his wrist moving as he slowly adjusts the altitude.
When I got lost, I discovered warp points that aren't marked on the star map. I named this area Veletio, which means hidden place.
We're already close to the edge of the Lorne Galaxy. If we go any further... I stop, realizing why Caleb brought me here. Lorne is connected to Alor and Nizir. It serves as a buffer zone between the Empire and the Federation, and is the central hub of the known cosmos. But beyond that exists countless unknown places that have never been explored.
It's exactly what you're thinking. This warp point might lead to an unknown star system. The value it could bring far exceeds a single war. Shared interests can resolve hatred. The same principle can be applied to the Federation and the Empire.
That's not a bad idea. But it could also lead to destruction, or nothing at all.
The decision is yours. I'm simply showing my sincerity for cooperation.
Above the firmament, that unfamiliar warp point flickers faintly. It's barely perceptible in the distance. Does anyone else know?
You're the second person.
You trust me that much? I look at Caleb, but I can't figure out what he's thinking. If I were to make a move against you, I could monopolize this discovery. No one else knows we came here. You'd be turned into cosmic dust.
Someone who truly wanted to kill would never look their enemy in the eye and speak the way you're speaking.
I mean, that's fair. I need to think about this. Caleb lowers his head. Shadows fall across his brow as the air between us grows thick with tension.
Sure. But given our current situation, I'm afraid we don't have much time.
Oh.
Regardless of what our decision is, we need to move fast.
Caleb? What? What was that? His kiss falls with a fierce intensity. Okay. I close my eyes and allow myself to surrender to his bold transgression. Outside the porthole, the nebular storm surges violently once more, its eerie purple light flowing across the glass. The shadow of our intertwined figures is cast. There are many reasons that bind us together, but when they're weighed on a scale, our mutual interests outweigh everything else. I know Caleb doesn't trust me as much as he lets on. Then again, neither do I. The morning light pierces through layering clouds and casts light gray shadows around the massive long-haul vessel. They're arranged in a formation at the center of the square. Faintly trembling from the engine's heat, massive hulls are painted with the emblems of the Empire and the Federation. Around the square, nobles advance slowly within layers of guards, while commoners gather like a tide in the outermost ring. At the highest point of the ceremonial spacecraft, I stand shoulder to shoulder with Caleb. We overlook this performance of peace.
The Empire and the Federation will form a joint fleet for the first Veletio warp trial.
Oh.
The stars will be our witness to this program, as it paves a smooth path towards cooperation. Lasting peace shall last longer in the cosmos.
I gaze at the nobles below, whose expressions are filled with the most doubt. Then I look at Caleb, who's beside me. After returning from that trip, I formally considered his suggestion. He proposed that we should use Starpoint number 7 as a springboard to conduct a stable warp drill consisting of a joint escort. It would allow us to test whether Veletio is stable while rooting out a few troublemakers who are working behind the scenes.
Your Majesty, High Marshal, please complete the ceremony.
I'm just about to step forward when Caleb
Shall we do this together?
holds out his hand, I'm guessing, is what it said, but yes, I'll take his hand. This is the first time in 5 years that I've held his hand in daylight. His warmth travels through our fingers. He's so comforting that it leaves me in a daze. Meanwhile, the scepter I hold remains cold as always. That means we just need to hold his hand more. 2 weeks later. According to what Caleb and I agreed upon, he will lead the first phase of the Veletio warp trial. He'll establish an observation center at Starport number 7 and use the brand new warp point to dispatch fleets in batches. Yet before the first fleet could even depart, the Empire's agents planted at the starport reported bad news.
I didn't expect the Federation to act so quickly. It's only been a few days since they stationed themselves at Starport number 7, and they've already found an excuse to form a blockade around the area. Our people and long-haul vessel are still being detained. Communications have been cut off as well. They almost kept us in the dark.
Oh, lovely.
The Federation can't be trusted. We never should have entertained the idea of cooperating with them. We've lost 10 of our newest spacecraft.
I'm somewhat prepared for the obstacles this plan would encounter, but everything happened so fast that it's catching people off guard. I rub my brow and question whether Caleb would make such a short-sighted decision. Perhaps, it's her. It is her. I already said we gotta throw her out into space, but I guess that got shot down. Perhaps I'm unwilling to admit that my desire to believe in him is greater than I previously thought. But everything in the cosmos is constantly changing. The Empire can still afford to pay this price. However, the Federation didn't just defend the Empire. The Lorne Galaxy won't tolerate their repeated provocations. Rapidly calculating the current situation in my mind, the highest priority is to withdraw before public opinion turns against us. Fortunately, I have a backup plan. Stick to the original plan. I will announce that I'm recovering from an illness to temporarily avoid the spotlight. As for the joint fleet, it's time to let the Thorn Galaxy know the deployment details around Velito. The Federation broke the agreement first, so they can't blame us for muddying these waters. With the resolve to distance myself from this mess, I consistently claim I'm ill and remain in seclusion for the next 2 weeks. Each day, apart from taking walks in the garden and walking my bit-pup, I spend my time in my bedchamber or study. This could truly be called leisurely. Until tonight, that is. As usual, I walk to my bedchamber with the secretary before parting ways. Then I feel something is amiss. The maid seems to be somewhat nervous.
Your Majesty?
Uh-huh. Did something happen while I wasn't here?
It's the same as usual. The Duchess visited and brought her nephew, who reportedly admires you.
No. Nah.
Following Your Majesty's instructions, we said that you need to rest and receiving visitors is impossible.
During my recuperation, nobles have already been stirring restlessly behind the scenes. There's also no shortage of those wanting to seize an opportunity to curry favor. Tay is still laying outside the door. They normally bark when they catch a stranger's scent, but today they seem unusually well behaved. I'm overthinking it. No, you're not. I give a slight nod, and the maids immediately understand. They open the doors to my bedchamber for me. Before the doors are fully opened, I catch sight of a familiar outfit. Caleb's just chilling in there, that's why. Caleb? Yeah, he's just chilling. Hi. I quickly walk into my bedchamber and dismiss all the maids. Caleb approaches and leans down to recover my cloak. His finger something. Slowly brush across my cheek.
You look terrible. Are you ill?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm eating well, drinking well, and sleeping well. The stress you've caused hasn't given me an actual ailment yet. And you? Are you so pleased with the chunk you bit off from the Empire that you made a special trip here to thank me?
I'm here to resolve that matter, yes.
His overly calm demeanor only makes me more irritated. I turn to avoid his touch. Does the truth behind Velito matter to us anymore? The last possibility for cooperation has vanished. Our next meeting will be on the battlefield.
You don't trust me.
Oh, we're breaking his heart. Why would I? Didn't you already receive the price I paid for that dress? 10 long-haul spacecraft. It was very expensive, my dear brother.
Don't talk to me like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm no MC, I'm weak. Caleb, I'm the Empress of the Cosmic Empire. You're the one who can't address me so casually.
I'll give you an explanation. You can decide whether or not you believe it.
I'm weak, so I'll believe it because, yeah, but MC's probably a little bit smarter than me. But at the same time, she's not. Thank you. I'll be more cautious next time, especially when matters resolving you are involved. People are like this sometimes. They know their words are irrational, yet they're unable to stop themselves from saying them. I thought tonight would end on a sour note, but Caleb stays silent for a moment before looking outside.
I'm your brother. Don't always assume the worst of
I
me.
did break his heart, I'm sorry. At this point, it started raining again. The pitter-patter creates a delicate rhythm against the window frame. There are no other sounds. Turn away, avoiding his gaze that shines with a new emotion. Forget it. I'm not in the mood to play this game with you.
You'd rather play with another man?
Oh my god, no! He straight up kidnapped him. Caleb, I already said nah. I already said nah to your mention of him, and this music is playing again. What the f- Caleb. I look toward the sound and see a rug at the foot of the bed. It's rolled up, and the vague outline of a person wrapped inside is visible. What? Did you just, like, snatch him up off the street, or was he in my room for some reason?
Behave. Falling out of the
I'm sorry to interrupt you, and I know that wasn't directed toward me, but,
Behave.
impossible.
Window of the Empress's bedchamber can barely be considered leaving with dignity and grace.
Oh my. The rug thrashes more violently. Caleb narrows his eyes and kicks it. The room falls silent once more. Token icky man. I think every single one of these cards have had a token icky person. Harsh. That was hot.
You're worried about him?
Nah. He grips my chin and forces me to meet his gaze. Okay. We don't even talk. Why are you concerned about nothing? I'll send him back later.
He went through quite the effort to touch the Empress's
He
bed.
did come into my room!
And you're going to return him without even giving him a glance?
He snuck into my room, excuse.
His face is decent, but his physique...
It's no Caleb. There's no need for that. Plenty of people like him compete to get closer to me. And there are others with superior physiques. I don't even know, but yes. Sound, I save. Fuck this man's face, seriously. He didn't get the disclaimer. A low chuckle brushes my ear as he suddenly grips my wrist. I crash into his chest. In front of the man in the carpet burrito.
It seems you've been living comfortably during your recovery.
I'm gonna be even more comfortable now.
Isn't it my turn now?
The sarcasm that doesn't escape is crushed between lips and teeth. His kiss descends like a sudden downpour. Yeah, it's your turn. Be safe! Well, why you do this? My body surrenders before my will can resist. For some reason, we seem to crave each other more than usual tonight. No way we just did this in front of that man. I'm out of water to drink right now. Wasn't there a strange man that started messaging him? Yes, massaging MC's shoulders and silences. How do they keep getting? I don't know. The one room you should probably be able to easily get into is the Empress's bedroom. Like, how is that possible? Does it matter if you're a noble? Where the hell are the guards? I wonder if they have more heirs in this empire. MC did say earlier that there are other people that can take her place if she died, like, very easily, so... I don't know, but you think the actual Empress would be the person they would prioritize? It's raining again, and maybe, just maybe, we're both tired. This weather is perfect for holding someone close. This, honestly, icky man, but damn. Or perhaps we finally see the unbridgeable rift that lies between us, yet we're unwilling to accept it. Before everything completely falls apart, we still want to desperately hold on to something.
Your reactions are more genuine this time.
As I said, this man's stupid fucking face, I cannot. I glare at him only to earn a more intense response as he presses himself against me. It's an attempt to overwhelm me with an irresistible force. Oh yeah, I'm overwhelmed. Neither of us wants to surrender. I forcibly push him, and he has to wrap his arms around me as we tumble toward the bed. Can you just, like, knock this guy off my balcony, please? I don't want him in my room. I press my knee against his tense abdomen and look down as I restrain him beneath the folds of my dress. Why won't you let me save breathe sounds? Why do you do this? Give it, I want it. He holds my waist as his kisses trail down from my chest. The warm, wet sensation settles on my abdomen and sends thrilling shivers through me. We've embraced each other like this countless times before, where our bodies are intimately entwined, oh my goodness, and yet our hearts beat on opposite sides of an unreachable chasm.
I know why you wanted me to do this with you in the beginning. You're used to having everything, so you're unwilling to accept that I'm the one thing you can't control or claim as yours.
How smug he looks. Smack his face. But aren't you still in my hands at this very moment? I release my grip on Caleb's hand and let my fingers trail downward from his Adam's apple. My movements carry a hint of the teasing he excels at. Yeah, he excels at it, holy. A certain thought that has always lingered in is about to surface. It's the simplest method, and it could solve all our problems. If I were to capture you and immediately imprison you, MC. So they like being watched. Noted. Don't project, Caleb. Without you as their High Marshal, the Federation won't be a threat to the Empire for a very long time.
That would work, I suppose.
They misunderstand what imprisonment means. I suppose he wouldn't mind that at all.
But what would Caleb be to you when he's stripped of his status as the Federation's High Marshal?
Well, in this AU, isn't that one and the same? I mean, I'm personally not gonna give in to it. It's possibly... I'm convinced this was kind of like just a very bad mistranslation. But now you're my Pookie. Yeah, you are my brother by blood and my natural born enemy. I don't think that was the original language. What it's was originally written in I'd say by blood they cut their hands and just did a firm handshake. We do that. As long as you bear the name Caleb, I will never feel at ease when I sit on my throne. Maybe the writers tried to do cruel intentions. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if this was how it was originally written, or because normally you don't really have like the honorifics that they would use. Yeah. An Out of Anew thing. Oh, absolutely. That's like written all over their storyline. I guess it's just the English localization just kind of skirts around it as much as possible. This is the first time they were so blatant with it, with their trope. Yeah, I didn't call the Eve sister though. I'll give you a new identity. Abandon your past and stay where I can see you every day. For example, my bedchamber is the perfect spot. Yes, it is. You could just be on my bed forever.
You want me to be your secret lover. A mere shadow that no one remembers.
I wouldn't be keeping a
Names
secret.
and identities are nothing more than pieces of cloth.
Yeah.
Even if you strip them from me, you still won't be able to truly trust me.
I don't think the localization translation was done well enough for the ambiguity of the subject in the English language. Yeah. It's hard to be... Yeah. We can't really do that ambiguity in English. We just don't have the proper words for it. His hand glides along my waist before finally clasping my wrist as he pulls me into his embrace once more.
Isn't this our current situation?
But I mean, I don't mind more fucked up storylines. Yeah, the English language is too literal. It's a reminder. My Caleb isn't a bird that can be caged in a greenhouse's garden. He's someone I can never control. I was talking to myself. This is still the easiest method. My fingers dangerously wrap themselves around his neck and shake it. Damn, MC, what are you doing?
You want to turn my head into one of your trophies?
I wouldn't put it past you to like that, though.
If I let our circumstances develop naturally, maybe you'll get a chance.
What did I just say? He's totally into that. Freak.
When that time comes, make sure you're the one who kills me. This is also my promise to you.
Oh, now he's back to that. Okay. In his eyes, I see myself wearing the same complex smile that's on his face. I still can't get over there's still someone wrapped up in my fucking rug on the floor just watching everything that's happening. Long ago, our hunger for power tore holes in our chests and filled them with cold, ruthless hearts. Caleb and I are prisoners of our heart's lack of mercy. We're merely puppets who are controlled and deceived by them. But perhaps we can still do one thing, one tiny act of resistance. Let's leave future matters to the future. At this moment, I want to feel the warmth you leave in my... Damn, okay. Go ahead, I don't even know what that was. I take his hand and guide it to my... Oh my gosh! Put it where now? Where did I put Oh my god. As long as we have it to prevent us from being too cold, that's enough. Warmest depths. My goodness. When we embrace, he seemingly wants to embed himself into my very being. He wants to return to that point in primordial chaos where we had yet to be separated. Silas mentioned, hello. Just straight up name dropping his memory in here. Passion isn't born from understanding and trusting each other. Our refusal to be consumed by that horrible emptiness gave rise to it. Intense pleasure and faint melancholy mingle and merge. They wash over us in waves from where we're connected. This is what love is, then we're love. Continue. Cookie.
You are mine. We've always belonged to each other. The cosmos in its entirety can't even compare to your kiss right now.
Oh my god, Caleb. My tongue catches something salty and bitter. Are these my tears? It turns out even tears of joy are still astringent. Does it matter? I've already kissed him. I love how poetically they were describing the Smexy times. This is playing while I open the door. No! Poor Uber Eats, man. I apologize. Let us know what's happening without outright saying it. Yeah, exactly. Oh. The Federation has betrayed us and taken control of multiple starports in the Lorne Galaxy. We know their next target is the Empire. As your Empress, I have the responsibility to allow the Council of Elders to pass the Imperial Emergency Act. This is not a declaration of war. It's to ensure we won't be caught off guard when the crisis truly arrives. On the holographic screen, today's speech, in which I announce my recovery and return, plays repeatedly. What happened to that guy that Caleb rolled up in my bedroom rug? What happened to him? I gaze at the figure speaking eloquently in the video, yet my thoughts turn to a person who's at the other end of the galaxy. After we parted ways that day, Caleb cleaned up the aftermath at Starport number 7 by himself. I don't know what he did, but even the Lorne Galaxy was pacified. The Empire's spacecrafts were returned. Caleb packaged this crisis as my victory, and it even earned me a considerable amount of admiration from the nobles. This is his explanation to me, and perhaps the reason I might be able to trust him again. However, we know a cosmos is about to be ignited. That's about to be ignited cannot be doused by droplets of water. The communication device rings and something. Interrupting my thoughts. Caleb?
How have you been?
I mean, you can make an argument for such a name, yes. Not too bad, but not too great either. You?
Same.
Mhm.
I saw Taby had torn up
Taby.
your precious garden last time. There was dirt everywhere. I sent a fresh batch of Nebulasia apples. They'll arrive in a couple of days.
I hope they can survive a little longer under Taby's teeth this time. Love that they just wait an hour until somebody says these weird-ass frickin' words so we know how to pronounce them. And, like, I've had to, like, say the words at least, like, 15 times. Speaking of which, they managed to chew an entire lace trim into my bedchamber's curtains. Do you want to see the photos?
Sure. Don't spoil them too much, though.
Nah, they my baby. I don't do that. When they're not being mischievous, they're actually adorable. We chat about everyday matters and make jokes as usual. We avoid mentioning the war. It's possible we have nothing left to say to each other once the situation has escalated to this point. Two days after the umpteenth border scuffle between the Empire and the Federation, the Nebulasia apples that Caleb sent bloom. Petting Taby, I sit on a bench in the greenhouse garden. This is a rare moment of peace. Suddenly, hurried footsteps resound outside the garden. I turn and see the secretary wearing a serious expression. We got an emergency.
Your Majesty, we have an emergency.
Oh, what's the emergency?
There was an explosion in Starport Number 7's transit zone.
Ah, that's not good.
The Federation claims that the starship involved bears markings of a transit authorized by the Empire.
Huh. The sound of rushing water echoes in my ears again, and I see myself drifting downstream toward the only direction available to me once more.
The nobles are already waiting for you in the audience hall.
Let's go. I pet Taby's fluffy head and stand up to leave. Clutching a flower, they roll around on the grass. Their tail wags as cheerfully as always. The war has begun. It happens more easily than expected and is developing rapidly. The situation where two sides are evenly matched changes drastically after the Lorne Galaxy's first batch of long-haul vessels joins the Empire. Taking a bathroom break because I feel his Kindle should be soon. Yeah, it is soon. I need a bathroom break too. But I don't want to stop yet. In a few months, the Federation's decline has become apparent. I haven't seen Caleb, and I no longer hear the ringtone that accompanies his calls. But occasionally, I will hear his name in military reports.
Your Majesty, we've just received intel. The Federation's council is pressuring Caleb. They're demanding him to voluntarily resign.
Oh, really?
But Caleb took an unyielding stance and sent people overnight to warn the leading councilman. 2 days ago, he left the Federation's capital with a loyal fleet. His whereabouts are currently unknown. It's also possible that the Federation deliberately released this as a smokescreen to make us lower our guard.
Let's buy the headlines on the front page. All galaxies will spread this rumor. Either Caleb comes forward to deny it, or he lets it become reality. I believe the scales are tipping in my favor, but the sense of achievement accompanying it isn't as great as I expected. Something from the past never died. Even now, it continues to gnaw at me. The void in my heart has become exceptionally vast. It's an emptiness that couldn't be filled even if I possessed the entire cosmos. I wonder if something like this will happen on the main story. Oh. Caleb's stealing part of the fleet, maybe? Maybe. After ending another deployment meeting, I return alone to my bedchamber and fall into deep sleep. In my dream, an indigo wasteland stretches across the cosmic dust. Something older than memory summons me. I raise my head and see the moonlight outlining a familiar figure.
You look tired tonight. What's wrong?
You have the gall to ask. I walk over to sit beside Caleb and lean against his shoulder like when we were children. I feel an unexpected softness. Fortunately, this is a dream. I wouldn't be able to lean on you otherwise.
I'll always protect you whenever you want to lean on me.
I shake my head. You once told me that power is a blade. We must hold it in our own hands. And when you grip the hilt of your blade, you can't dream of embracing another person.
Using a blade is easy. You'll always point the sharp end toward your enemies. But your current enemy is me.
You say awful words even in my dream. I hear Caleb laugh as if he doesn't care. Then he wraps an arm around my shoulders and pulls me into an intimate proximity.
Although this isn't what we originally wanted, the war has already begun.
You don't want it either, because I'll win this time.
Can one victory fill that unbearable emptiness in your heart?
I don't know. The throne, victory, peace, a greater cosmos, and you. I want everything.
We've only been apart for a few months, and here you are, being more brazenly greedy.
You're also at fault. I'm notably honest when facing Caleb in my dream. Maybe it's because it's been too long since we talked like this. You're the one who made me think I could obtain everything, and now you won't let me to continue having beautiful dreams.
Aren't I in your dream at the moment? You can do whatever you want to me.
Caleb, don't you start. MC is such a prima donna.
I just don't know how much you'll remember when you wake up.
Noticing what Caleb is trying to imply, I pinch his arm. What am I to you?
You're proud, greedy, suspicious, willful, and even detestable sometimes.
Damn, you didn't have to do MC like that.
Yet, you're the cutest baby sister
Stop.
I could ask for.
Under the vast sky, we sit quietly for a long time. Only the moon's slow descent reminds us of the passage of time. I'm gonna tie him up and do something. Something soft brushes against my palm. I look down and see a blue-gray flower he placed in my hand. It's then that I notice the wasteland is somehow covered in blossoming Nebulasia apples. Caleb seems to remember something. Smiling, he stands up. Are you leaving?
The dream is about to end.
No!
We can only make our wishes come true after we wake up.
Your wishes. I don't think I even know what they are. It doesn't look like he'll say more. I give up. Never mind. You're just part of my dream. I can't expect you to answer questions I can't figure out myself.
2 stars following separate orbits. Even if they intersect for a moment, it'll bring about destruction.
Don't go torturing yourself.
That's one cosmic law. But it's possible that after seeking and embracing each other for eons, their attraction might not necessarily be for mutual destruction.
I'm still trying to make sense of his cryptic words when he turns around. He walks toward the edge of the wasteland where the moon has fallen. I want to catch up with Caleb, but I stepped into empty air and rapidly fall. Before my consciousness drifts away, I hear his voice again. It's more distant.
Aren't you curious about my wishes?
Going to change your DNA sequence.
I want the rules of this cosmos to change according to my will. When I wake up, moonlight filters through the latest windows and falls next to my pillow. Looking at my empty hands, I feel disoriented. It seems someone once gently, tenderly held them for a long time. Even now, warmth still lingers. You really know what you want. Exactly. MC is just like really cruel in these memories. Time passes silently, and the shadow of war still looms over the major galaxies. Inside the reception hall and in front of a massive panoramic glass wall, starship models are displayed like constellations. Nearby, Phelan, a representative of the Lorne Galaxy, taps the hologram and gives the pitch sale for this batch of brand new starships.
This is the design for the 3rd batch. If your majesty approves, we can immediately begin the next round of production.
There's no need to hurry. Currently, losses from the Imperial starship battles are lower than expected. I'll give you a contract that our strategist redrafted later. Why is this kind of reminding me of a frickin' Death Star? Phelan pauses, and the hologram on the glass wall slightly trembles in response.
Of course.
Your Majesty!
Without waiting for the guards outside, my secretary bursts into the reception hall. She's unable to hide her excitement.
The fleet led by the High Marshal encountered an emergency in the Allure Galaxy.
Oh?
The cause is currently unknown, but they chose to make an emergency landing within Imperial territory. We've already calculated their approximate location and narrowed it down to 3 sites.
Phelan immediately stands up and bows respectfully.
Congratulations, Your Majesty. The High Marshal has crashed into the Empire's territory. This is an excellent opportunity.
Not gonna kill him, though.
If the Empress gives out the order to execute him, no one will dare to question Your Majesty's reign.
Oh? Since when have Lorne's denizens started caring about matters between the Empire and the Federation? I thought you'd be happier to see this conflict continue. After all, you still have plenty of high-quality goods worth selling.
The High Marshal has always been despotic and recklessly willful. My suggestion is to not let him easily escape your control, Your Majesty.
I mean, Caleb wasn't easy for her to decipher either. He should have just been there from the start, true. But I wasn't the only one that thought Death Star. But I think he feels he's not equal to her something. He has something to prove to her and himself. Yeah. I remain non-committal, my gaze sweeping past Phelan to land on the secretary waiting nearby. Find them. Before I give the order, no one is permitted to attack.
As you wish.
I nod in acknowledgement, my fingers tapping the table surface. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a fleeting shadow of displeasure across Phelan's face. Ever since the interstellar starfaring summit was held, the people of the Lorne Galaxy have been somewhat dissatisfied with Caleb. The obvious attempts at sowing discord are a first. Did their patrons become impatient? The Lorne Galaxy may have never been truly neutral, but I have no intention of exposing their scheme to use me as their weapon for now. At this moment, I'm more concerned about Caleb's situation. Notify the command ship. We're departing for our home planet. The command ship traverses through the dark cosmos. Stark streak past at light speed as if the entire world is disappearing behind me. I think I have too many things to ask him after 6 months. In what capacity should I meet you this time? Everyone is war hungry. They're... Oh dear, here we go. Oh, he's sitting on my throne! I mean, he can stay there as long as he wants. Hi, honey. He'd be on my throne, and he can be my throne, you know? Yo. Federation is dead, and the stars will only remember one person's name. Give up, my dear brother, was it? Hi.
But I brought you a gift for your coronation. Our nations want us to kill each other.
Yeah, that was
However,
a surprise.
they don't know that we're from the same source. Our souls are entwined.
Now that's something that that's been in basically every universe, timeline, whatever for Caleb. Oh. Double kaboom, please.
You may have ambition, but haven't lost conscience.
Fuck, that's so hot.
Sealing their own fate. Now then, let us discuss the terms for a ceasefire.
Yes. Can we negotiate? What do you want, Caleb?
You.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yep.
But after tomorrow, you won't belong to just me anymore.
Oh, he's taking my crown. This is mine. And, okay, guys. At least you let me save one of them, thank you. Suppress? Why are we suppressing?
Let's make this our solemn vow. We'll forge our shackles anew. And we will kill that very thing called fate together.
Sure. Whatever you want. On the throne, Caleb and I rest in each other's embrace. The dust has settled, and only wisps of smoke rise above parts of the ruins. Imperial generals have regained control of the situation, and it's not hard to track down the forces that tried to sabotage our negotiations. Those who want to profit from it will pray for the war to never end. It's not just Lorne, though. The Empire and the Federation have no shortage of such people. They're only more covert about it.
Exactly. Too bad they picked the wrong targets. No matter how hard they try, it won't work.
Caleb rotates his wrist and spreads out several encrypted documents. He taps them, and a series of terms appear in the air. Raising an eyebrow, I lean in and take a good look at the documents. Phelan drafted them and added enticing language in generous terms. They even promised you Lorne's entire spaceship building capacity for the next 10 years. You weren't tempted?
Isn't it because I already have the ally whom I want the most? I had no choice but to turn them down. Even though my little sister abandoned me halfway through our collaboration.
I'm sorry.
I won't hold a grudge.
He's referring to the Veletio incident. I claimed to be sick halfway through while providing intel to the Lorne Galaxy. I suppose I caused him some trouble at the time, but that's in the past now. There's nothing we can't discuss. I couldn't have guessed you detected someone was planning to bomb the starport. So you decided to strike first. In any case, the situation was unclear at the time. I wouldn't put my crown at risk.
I figured as much. I did visit you as soon as I stabilized the situation. You did the same thing tonight.
His expression, free from accusations, stirs a sense of guilt that's been dormant for a long time. I gently link my arm with his. Be honest. Didn't you think you might die if you hadn't arrived in time? What if the others persuaded me, and I decided to kill you? He doesn't answer my question. He only lowers his head.
Do you remember the warp point, Veletio?
I'm sorry. He lowers his head to kiss my hair with a familiar intimacy. Okay.
And the plan we created? I still believe it can change certain established rules and lead us to a different future. What do you think, Your Majesty?
The Empire and the Federation have reached a consensus and renewed the Centennial Mutual Assistance Treaty. The exploration plan regarding Veletio will also be resubmitted for deliberation by the Noble Assembly and the Federation's Council. Your Majesty, High Marshal, you may place your hands here.
In each other's hands? Is that how this works? Oh, on the treaty. Okay. Caleb and I step forward together and solemnly place our hands on the treaty. Why is solemnly? A ring of blue light spreads and ripples outward like starlight before settling into the profound silence. But the cosmos abides by one truth. It will forever exist in unrest and chaos. Tranquility is only temporary. But we'll leave those headaches for our future selves. In this moment, I feel an unprecedented sense of satisfaction filling my chest. Doesn't this feel like we're exchanging vows?
If I had known, I would have prepared rings.
Don't tempt him.
If we exchanged vows, the old guard in the Empire would throw more than just one tantrum.
Like, screw them. Exchange vows. Do you care about that? Maybe we'll never be able to stand beside each other in such a way. His voice is quiet, yet it's clear. It feels as if he's whispering directly into my ear.
Ever since I was little, I've always accomplished what I set my mind to. Once I've chosen a path, I'll see it through to the end. It doesn't matter how impossible it seems. And when you kissed me for the first time, I was happy. I'm lucky that I have a sweet baby sister. Her heart is just like mine. Ever since then, I've never felt lonely.
Caleb and I were once at opposite ends of the same fuse, but now all of that is behind us. The cosmos will forge ahead unscathed. In the Empire, Caleb's name no longer symbolizes danger and destruction. Rather, it will be the most gentle, romantic footnote of this era. Caleb, the Federation's High Marshal, and the Empress's big brother, former enemy, and lifelong beloved, second only to the Cosmic Empire. Someday, I think I'll agree to let someone delete that small text in parentheses. After all, the life we'll experience together will be a long one. As usual, all 5 of the memories of a multi-banner are incredible. Though we do have the bad ending, which is literally just executing him. Gotta commit a murder. I really like this card. Both MC and Caleb, they were unhinged. Like, I think all of them and every card were like some level of unhinged. I was told before that AUs were not necessary to see that, but this whole banner changed my mind, and I'm kind of seeing. Oh my god, Catch 22. I have to say, while I like this banner overall, like, very much, I do like Catch 22's AU a little bit more. I don't know if that's just a bias on my end, because it was, like, the first banner I pulled on in this game. It was technically, like, the first banner since I started. Unless you do want to count, like, Painful Signal, because it was still running for a few days when I started. Okay. One thing before we do the polling or anything, we forgot to do something last stream. Hello, breaking the sunglasses, please. Hold them down. Or I'll hold them down. I'll distract them. You break the glasses. But yeah, we're killing Caleb. We're killing him. I'm sorry, Caleb. We got distracted by the Catch 22 cards, and then we forgot we spared him on Thursday. But not today. We're starting with a sacrifice.
We jammed their comms in advance.
Rest in peace, Gaga. Your sacrifice. This better not come back to bite me in the ass after. At this point, it's down to Caleb or Xavier. Breaking my 50-50. Xavier's probably pissed at me for using the wrong crate. And now Caleb is gonna be mad that I'm killing him off before pulling for Zane. We sacrificed. Unfortunately, yes. I forgot to do this last stream. It's the only reason we're doing this. Because I haven't seen this ending yet. Apple for Snowman. I mean, if you have an apple a day keeps the doctor away, chuck the apple into the compost and you'll see the doctor much sooner. Or something. I don't know.
My baby sister.
Caleb, don't say that. Please.
Your Majesty, the nobles are
You're gonna make me feel even worse.
They're riled up, insane.
This word. I don't usually make sacrifices before bowling and gacha games, but actually I think this is a first.
It's been a long time since we last saw each other after your coronation.
Yeah.
I missed you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Caleb. No, not his last words being, I missed you. No. My only concern is if Caleb sees this, that's what I'm worried about. He's gonna be mad and be the first one to show up. I mean, if I want to win the 50-50 first, and then get an early where I lose the 50-50. So then I can be guaranteed for the multi-banner that comes out next. And if Caleb wants to be that second card that comes by, I will be very happy with him. I will give him all the smooches. I'm sorry, Caleb. Various thoughts swirl through my mind, and at long last, I seize the clearest one. Regardless of our circumstances, he's my older brother. So naturally, he belongs to me. And if I can't have him, no one can. Rather than let someone else kill him, I'd rather do it myself. Oh. He blocks it? Does he block it? We don't kill him? The laser firearm's barrel is knocked away just before the beam is fired. It grazes Caleb's shoulder and strikes the porthole behind him. Okay, good. We didn't actually kill him. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Caleb. With an expressionless face, he sheathes his dagger and glances at where his blade cut me. Oh.
I thought you'd be more interested in catching up.
I know. I deeply apologize. The wound isn't deep. In fact, it's more of a warning. I press down on my wrist to stop the bleeding. Caleb raises his arm. The Federation soldiers who aimed at me, again, have received the signal to step back. They clear a path for me.
Take your Empress's roar and leave. I won't give you a warning next time.
I mean, okay. I was young back then. Grand ambitions and confidence could sustain me as I walked this path alone. I turned and left the bridge. I didn't look back, not even once. War broke out once more. It wasn't any different from the wars between the Empire and the Federation over the past hundreds of years. Caleb and I, at distant ends of the cosmos, live and die in futility. The heavens can only eternally spin in vain. In cosmic year 649, the meeting between the Empire's Empress Riley and Caleb, leader of the Federation, ultimately ended in discord. They once grew up together in the Imperial court. Separated, they rose to power in two great galaxies to create their own era of prosperity. But as they ruled, they accumulated grievances between the Empire and the Federation failed to be resolved and worsened. They spent their entire lives restraining each other. They never achieved reconciliation. Excerpt from the Star's brief history. Okay, we didn't actually kill him. That makes me happy.